Thanks to the Bismarck Cancer Center, there's more hope for cancer patients than ever before. But it takes so much more than just state-of-the-art technology and a highly skilled medical team to thrive after a cancer diagnosis. That's where the Bismarck Cancer Center Foundation comes in. They help support the whole patient and their family as they battle cancer. Early in March, 2020 took a drastic turn with COVID-19. Many foundation fundraisers were either postponed, canceled, or changed. But despite the challenges of this year, we were blown away by the dedication of our community's ongoing support of the Bismarck Cancer Center Foundation. Tonight, we look back at highlights from this past year, announce the 2020 My Hero Award winner, and say thank you to those who met the needs of our family and friends battling cancer in 2020.
This year more than ever, thank you for your support.
Thank you for supporting the Bismarck Cancer Center Foundation. We appreciate you and our patients appreciate you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for all you do.
Thank you for everything.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for making a difference.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for all you do.
Thanks for all you do. Thank you for everything in 2020.
Just want to say thank you to all the donors for all the wonderful gifts to the foundation and the patients and ourselves. We really appreciate it so much.
Thanks for everything that you do for us. Appreciate it.
You make a difference.
Cool. Great. Good job.
Thank you to our dedicated and determined supporters of the Bismarck Cancer Center. Because of our outstanding staff and hundreds of compassionate and caring people who contribute their time, talent, and resources, our foundation has experienced a successful year. This year has been like no other. The COVID-19 pandemic continues to produce uncertainty, stress, and trauma in our communities. By now, we've all been impacted in one way or another by this virus. Despite the challenges we're facing every day, this is a time that has brought out the best in many people. Because of generous people like you and the support of those within our community, lives are being saved, and individuals' quality of life has improved for so many we've cared for. The Bismarck Cancer Center was built and is sustained by our family of employees, volunteers, donors, community partners, and those exceptional individuals on their cancer journey. By staying close to home instead of traveling out of state for cancer care, a huge burden has been lifted for those in need of cancer treatment. Our goal is to ensure the best continuity of care possible, even during a pandemic. The strength, sacrifice, compassion surrounding us has been extraordinary and inspiring. Because of all of you who have stood by us through 2020, we have been able to keep our wraparound services available for those going through cancer treatment. Through the help of our loyal and generous supporters, our services such as spiritual counseling, support groups, dietary counseling, temporary lodging, and transportation assistance were able to continue without interruption. The funds raised this year have meant more than ever, with many of our foundation events and fundraisers postponed or canceled. Thank you for your continued support through this strenuous year, and we're very grateful for each of you that has stood by us through 2020. With your ongoing support, we look forward to an even better 2021.
Last fall, Foundation board member Dewey Johnson organized the first ever Rugrat chili cook-off for cancer. Individuals were invited to make and sample chili, while participants got to taste and vote on their favorite. In addition, a bake sale and silent auction were held. This event raised over $4,000. The 24th annual Midway Lanes and Terry Barnes Bowling Tournament benefited the Bismarck Cancer Center Foundation. Taking place last November, the tournament featured over 50 teams and a silent auction. This year's event also featured a raffle, and the tournament set a record, raising nearly $15,000. In November, the Bismarck Shield Store organized their third annual Ladies' Night. This event featured special sales, gift bags, snacks, and more, and raised $3,000 for our foundation. the Bismarck Blizzard girls hockey team organized their second annual Stick It to Cancer event. Team and players raised money and a silent auction was also held. This event raised $6,500. Giving Hearts Day is a 24-hour online give-a-thon jointly hosted by Dakota Medical Foundation and Impact Foundation. Held on February 13th, the Bismarck Cancer Center received not only funding, but a boost in public awareness of our services. This year's online giving campaign raised a record $30,000 with the help of a matching donor. The 7th annual Mass in the Moonlight Charity Ball was a success, with over 400 people attending this magical night on February 8th at 1603 Main Events. The event featured a night of sensational entertainment, including a live and silent auction, a dinner, survivor talks, costumes, dancers, and a live band. This year's event raised over $120,000. The 9th annual Fred Kist Memorial Pinnacle Tournament was held at the Bismarck Eagles Club on Saturday, February 15th. Tournament director Dave Given wanted to create an event in which he could raise money for local cancer patients. This event was a way to honor the memory of Fred Kist, friend of Dave and his wife Diane, as well as to make a difference in many others' lives as they battle this disease. More than 130 teams participated, and it raised over $10,000. Cafe Aroma and Republic Distributing joined together to put on the 2nd annual Margarita Madness. Over 10 businesses competed for the title of Best Margarita. In addition, a silent auction and celebrity judging was also held. The 5th annual Tractor Trek, benefiting the Bismarck Cancer Center, took place this June in South Mandan. Almost 70 tractor enthusiasts, young and old, took part in the trek to Fort Lincoln, the Veterans Cemetery, and the Mandan Airport. The day ended with a silent auction, delicious meal, tractor show, and time to socialize. We are grateful to Perry and Bonnie for their continued support. This year's event raised a record of over $8,000. The Volkowitz Golf Open had a new feel to it this year, as a social distance event, with participants having 2 weeks to complete their golfing. A raffle for the ball drop was still held on June 13th, with Berg's Towing providing a large crane for the drop. This year's event raised over $17,000. The Mandan 4th of July road race was changed to a virtual event this year. Participants were encouraged to run in the morning of the 4th. All participants received a race medal, and this year's event raised nearly $3,000. The Mandan Rodeo Association selected the Bismarck Cancer Center Foundation for their charity recipient of their rodeo raffle and silent auction this year. Raffle tickets were sold throughout the region, and at the event, raising over $11,000. The Bismarck Cancer Center Foundation participated in the 4th season of the Bismarck Larks by having their own night. Customized Bismarck Cancer Center jerseys were auctioned off, a Miracle Minute was held, and fun was had by all. The 4th annual Beer and Boutiques was held July 16th in downtown Bismarck. This event featured beer samples from McQuaid Distributing and shopping at downtown boutiques. This year's Bismarck Mandan Project Hope educational event was rescheduled to July. Over 160 local businesses participated in this wellness event that is designed to educate employees about healthy lifestyles, cancer prevention, and early detection. Featured cancers for 2020 included head, neck, colorectal, lung, and breast. The last day of the week, we celebrated survivorship. In addition to the Bismarck Mandan Project Hope, several regional Project Hope educational weeks are held throughout our treatment area. This year, Bluegrass Goes Pink looked a lot different than before. Held at the Bismarck Cancer Center parking lot, in conjunction with the Healthwise Health Fair, guests came and set up lawn chairs and listened to great music while checking out the outdoor health fair. The 4th annual Cars and Cures Car Show was rescheduled from June to August and was held at the Bismarck State Capitol. Over 150 cars were on display. In addition, a silent auction and free will lunch were held. Prizes were also awarded in various categories. The event was coordinated by Terry Schreiner in honor of his wife, who was treated at the Cancer Center. This event raised a record $13,000. The 13th annual Saddle Up Against Cancer ride was held August 15th near Wilton, North Dakota. The event pairs the love of horses along with the desire to help those on their cancer journey. Close to 50 riders took part in this scenic trail ride. A silent auction was also part of this fundraiser for the Cancer Center Foundation. Sponsored by McQuaid Distributing, the 5th annual Boxers and Beer was postponed 3 times before we made the difficult decision to cancel it. Although the event didn't happen, a virtual silent auction was held, and many of the sponsors opted to donate their sponsorship money to the foundation. We are very appreciative of their support. The Bismarck Cancer Center Foundation was honored to be part of another Drive to Survive promotion through the Dakota Speedway in Mandan. To raise money for the foundation, Bismarck Cancer Center staff and foundation board members helped sell t-shirts during the summer races and host a meet and greet with drivers and their cars at the Bismarck Cancer Center's parking lot. This year's event raised $6,000. The Bismarck Cancer Center Foundation partnered with TR4 Heart and Soul for Derby Like a Local and featured the viewing of the Kentucky Derby, followed by a night at the races, an audience participation online event. Proceeds were donated to TR4 Heart and Soul, a nonprofit therapeutic horseback riding center, and the Bismarck Cancer Center Foundation, where money will go towards our therapeutic equine riding program. The 14th annual Applefest had a different look and feel this year. To follow social distance guidelines, we turned Applefest into a drive-in concert, featuring music by local artists. This unique event, known as Applefest Jam, took place Sunday, September 27th at the Bismarck State College Community Bowl parking lot. Cars were admitted with a free will donation. In addition to music, concessions were served car hop style. Despite all the changes and challenges to this year's event, we were able to raise over $50,000. During this October, the sales team at ID Chrysler and ID Ford of Bismarck donated $50 per car sold to the foundation. This year they raised $23,000. Our deepest thanks go to the entire ID Chrysler team. The 5th annual Main Expressions Turn Up the Pink event took place during the month of October. The event featured pink hair extensions, pink hair color, as well as other specials. Proceeds of sales and product throughout the month also benefited this promotion. In 2020, Pucklet Chevrolet committed to raising $40,000 for the Bismarck Cancer Center Foundation. They reached this goal through a $100 donation for every car sold during the month of October and their Spook Out Cancer event, which featured trunk or treating and an online silent auction. The Bismarck Cancer Center Foundation would also like to thank these organizations and individuals for their special events that benefited the Bismarck Cancer Center Foundation. Thank you to these businesses and organizations for their support throughout the year. Thank you to these individuals for their support in 2020. Thank you to these volunteers. Thank you to the Bismarck Cancer Center Foundation board members. Thank you to our Board of Trustees. And thank you to all the employees of the Bismarck Cancer Center.
This year's My Hero Award goes to the entire staff of the Bismarck Cancer Center. I not only want to take time to thank all of you who have made a difference in the lives of those fighting cancer in 2020, but I also want to thank our tireless healthcare team at the Bismarck Cancer Center. More than 850 individuals with a new cancer diagnosis come to the Bismarck Cancer Center each year, where they find experts and extensive experience in cancer diagnosis and treatment, along with resources to provide exceptional care tailored to their needs. This award couldn't have come at a more appropriate time. Thanks to the dedication and determination of our physicians, physicists, oncology nurses, radiation therapists, dosimetrists, support services, and business office, our clinic was able to continue to care for every person that walked through the door. The Bismarck Cancer Center medical staff put themselves at risk every single day to keep our patients and community well in the midst of a pandemic. They are doing everything in their power to provide support and assistance every day to individuals in need of cancer care during a time and in a world where new information on the pandemic is changing daily. To be effective in our fight to overcome cancer requires the deployment of the best medical team we could ask for. We are so fortunate to have that right here at BCC. I'm honored to recognize the Bismarck Cancer Center crew as our 2020 heroes, and recognize them for their commitment, dedication, and professionalism, especially during these challenging times. May their unwavering love and passion for what they do forever be seen and felt by those they care for.